A flagship is defined as the most important thing to a particular organization or a brand. For Mercedes, some people say it's the S-Class. Now, with watches and watch brands, most of them have flagship models. Not to be confused with the most expensive watches. No, not at all. I'm talking more on terms of recognizable watches and that watch that comes to your mind when you hear a particular brand. For instance, wrist check, I am wearing my Audemars Piguet Royal Oak in 41 millimeters, which we'll talk about in this video. It's Watch Talk with Francis. I'm Francis, and let's get into it. First off, we'll go with Audemars Piguet and their flagship watch being the Royal Oak. Now, in modern day watchmaking or the modern day watch world, Audemars Piguet is kind of looked like a one-trick pony brand because it seems like all they do is release limited edition after limited edition and no other watch lineup that quite hit the mark like the Royal Oak. But listen, the Royal Oak is an iconic watch. First made in 1972 by legendary Swiss watchmaker Gerald Genta in a 39mm, nicknamed the Jumbo, reference 5402. It is a stunning watch. It's a collector's favorite till this very day and is a staple from the house of Audemars Piguet. Next on the list is another of my brand favorites, Jaeger-LeCoultre, and their flagship watch being the Reverso. It was first made in 1931, originally built for polo players because it flips around to protect the dial of the watch when the ball was in play. It has remained an iconic watch with its rectangular dial, and there's different iterations that have come out. There's mono phase, there's dual phases, dual time, moon phase, the tribute versions. The Reverso is as iconic as it gets. Next on the list is Cartier and their flagship model to me being the Santos. The Santos was launched in 1904 and is touted as the first male wristwatch. It was specifically made by Louis Cartier for his dear friend Alberto Santos Dumont, who was a Brazilian aviation expert. It was a tribute watch made for him specifically and has become an iconic staple in the Cartier lineup since then. In different iterations, the watch is gorgeous. A square face with exposed screws. It's very recognizable as a Santos once you see one. Next on the list is Omega, and watch in question is the Speedmaster, popularly known as the Moon Watch. Launched in 1957, it is a chronograph. It's a gorgeous watch, but its claim to fame was the first wristwatch on the moon on the Apollo 11 mission in 1969. It comes in different variations, the original with the Hesalite and then the modern days with the sapphire. Collectors always prefer the Hesalite one. I don't know. I've never owned one, but it is an iconic watch. And it is the most recognizable watch from Omega in my books. Next on the list is Rolex, and watch in question is the Day-Date, nicknamed the President because of its association with US President Lyndon Johnson. It was launched in 1956, and for a long time in production, that was Rolex's watch with the highest complication because it has a date and a day function. Now, what I like most about the watch and what makes it a bit more recognizable is that it has a distinct bracelet, different from the Oyster and different from the Jubilee. The bracelet makes it more recognizable. Once you see it from behind, you know it's a presidential. And it is by far Rolex's most recognizable and most prestigious watch. Wrapping up today's list is Patek Philippe and the watch in question being the Nautilus. Now, I understand a lot of collectors don't agree with the fact that the Nautilus can be referred to as a flagship model, but I think in modern day watch world, maybe because of the wrappers, I'm not sure, but the Nautilus has had a life of its own. It was designed by Gerald Genta in 1976. That's 4 years after he designed the AP Royal Oak. And it has gone through different iterations and is still definitely one of the most sought after sport models from Patek Philippe till today. It is recognizable. It is iconic. It is by all means, in my books, a flagship model. Now that was today's list. I may have left some out, so you guys know what to do. Let's have the discussions in the comments. If I left out some of your faves, or if you think I was wrong with any, let's have a talk about it. And as usual, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this video. It's been fun talking watches. Stay safe, guys.